what we did, we went after the regulatory world. Think about all those congressional review acts that have only one have been signed into law. We did 15 of those. The tax bill. And you're really seeing the ramification of the tax bill passing. Those job numbers were not just good, they were great. And I know you look at the 300 number, but really look at the participation rate. When the last administration left, the participation rate was 62.7%, the lowest it's been since 1978. You had that 800,000 re-entering the workforce. You also had, when you go to skilled labor, you have not seen those numbers since 1984. So, yes, that plan
worked. Do you think voters will tie the jobs number to the Trump administration and Republicans? Do you think that it will be tied to the tax reform? I
think it will be, because remember, when tax reform passed, it was upside down. Not one Democrat voted for it. Nancy said it was Armageddon, said this was crumbs. Now it's reversed itself because people have seen the outcome of it. But modern history says the party in power, meaning that has the White House, normally loses 29 seats. Only 2 times in modern history was that different. 2002, we won't repeat after 9/11, but 1998, Bill Clinton was president. He was impeached. You're supposed to lose seats, and they end up winning 5 in the House, broke even the Senate.
He had 6 quarters of economic growth.
Yeah, he had 6 quarters of economic growth. Yeah. The Republicans had done a shutdown, and the Democrats won it. Schumer had a shutdown, and the Republicans had actually won that. They were shutting down for no other reason. He kind of triangulated. When you look at what President Trump did in the State of the Union, those were issues that America cares about. And you watch the Democrats wouldn't even stand for it. Then I think the really dividing thing, what if the Democrats were successful? Well, you know what you would get. You'd get Nancy Pelosi as Speaker. But more importantly, what did they just roll out last week as we were rolling out these great numbers? They were going to roll back the tax cuts and put tax increases in. That's their plan. And I just don't think that sells.
Does this special election in Pennsylvania, is that a forerunner of things to come, or is that a one-off based on the candidates who
What's interesting is we've had 5 special elections already. Yeah. If that was the case, why weren't the last 5 a forerunner for that? Republicans have won all of those. Georgia was really the best indicator of one because Trump only won that seat by less than 2%, about 1.8. It was an open primary. We ran 17 different candidates. They really focused on one. They had all the money advantage. It was one of the highest educated districts, which matters, so it's a swing district, and we picked that seat up. Karen Handel did an amazing job. The 2 entities you really want to look at in the next election are women and college graduates. College graduates made up 38% of the electorate in the presidential year, and Donald Trump won them by 3 points. They will make up 43% in the next election.
All right. We're going to work on this together, Andrew, this latest.
Andrew's writing notes, so he's got a lot.
I got 100 questions.
I'm going to help with you. No, we're going to work on this together. I'm going to help with you. So it's been posited that with a jobs number like that and an economy like this, that a president should have 60% approval rating. So people say, Rasmussen is higher, but Gallup is down at 40 or something. Yeah. You are said to be President Trump's favorite guy in Congress. So that means that you're comfortable with him and how he governs. And I just think Andrew would like to know whether you need to compartmentalize that. How do you separate the man from the policies or the tweets or the, I don't know, whatever scandal that you want to, I don't want to go to the current ones, but are you comfortable backing the character of, how's that, Andrew? Is that how you'd ask that? Or how?
I have some business questions, but yes, I do have.
Well, you got, you have.
Okay,
but you ask me all the time. What question? You ask me all the time.
Well, but if we're there, well, if we're there just on character, speak to it. So he makes comments about, frankly, like our colleague Chuck Todd calls him a sleepy son of a bitch over the weekend. Is that acceptable to you?
Is President Trump any different than the candidate that he ran for?
That's not the question. That's the question. The question is.
I know what your question is. Let me give my answer, though. Okay, so if you're questioning, did his character change? No. So the American public knew this going in. Does that mean somebody has to agree with somebody 100% of the time? No. We're separate but co-equal. Look, there are many times I have private discussions with the president that maybe I disagree. You just don't go on the air and have these different parts. But I think from this president's point of view, if he sits back, and it wasn't some university just doing it, it was Harvard. Harvard did a study to look at what were the reports on TV. 90% of what CNN reported was negative against him. So you know what? That personally builds up to anybody in the process. Some things he does is not proper.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.